So today we are going to be reacting to the Sports Illustrated draft. We're going to be looking at the first round. Obviously, the first round is all that is going to be on today. We're going to be looking at that and we're going to be seeing how things are. If you guys do want to watch a live stream or you guys interested in draft content, there's going to be 7 or 8 videos today about the draft. Don't worry. Subscribe. We don't even have a subscriber goal. We've like blown that out of the water last week. Thank you guys for all the support. But anyway, let's take a look at it. So, in this mock draft, they've got Sports Illustrated. Their top 3 is Reece Shea, going number 1. Washington taking Alex Sarr at number 2. I love how they just have, they're like Reed, Kentucky. Zachary Reece Shea, international. Alex Sarr, NBL. So is JL Borg international, is Europe international, but NBL is, Australia is not international. That is just a funny one. Like, it's acting like the NBL is in America. But, yeah, so, Zachary Reece Shea going number 1. I think that the Hawks are going to get Reece Shea. That's my prediction. Is that the Hawks are going to get Reece Shea or the Spurs are going to get Sarr. There are my 2 predictions. Is either the Hawks are going to get Reece Shea or the Spurs are going to get Sarr. And the reason for that is I think the 4th pick is going to be could well be Donovan Clingan. It could end up being maybe not 4 and 8, but like 4. It could be something like 4 Keldon Johnson and a couple of Atlanta's picks for Trey. I wouldn't be surprised to see Trey Young. Wouldn't be surprised because I don't think you go 4 and 8 to 1, or even like 4 in the 2026 Atlanta pick or something like that, or 8 in the 2026 Atlanta pick. Actually, they don't do that because they want Clingan. Either way, I think it's either going to be Reece Shea to Atlanta or Sarr to the Spurs. And the Wizards take Alex Sarr. Yeah, the Wizards, I would be shocked. I wouldn't be that surprised if the Wizards get Sarr. And also, actually, I could see the Wizards trading up to 1. They could trade up to 1 and offer like a 2028 first round pick or something if they want Sarr and they don't want Reece Shea. Just to make sure. So I still think Sarr going number 1 is going to happen, but I don't think he goes to Atlanta. And then Reed Shepherd, Reed Shepherd going number 3 in this draft is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The early lottery, there is a 0% chance that Donovan Clingan falls to 6. There is a 0% chance. And there's also a 0% chance that Charlotte do not trade this pick if Clingan's on the board. Like, Memphis are going to really want them. You can get something good from Memphis. Donovan Clingan is not there at 6. Stephon Castle at 4. I think that the Spurs would go and trade. I think they would honestly trade their pick. I think they would trade their pick. If Donovan Clingan is still on the board at 4, Memphis, Marcus Smart plus the 4th pick. Marcus Smart plus the 9th pick for 4. I think Clingan is not going. I think Stephon Castle is still going to San Antonio. I think Stephon Castle is going to San Antonio. Not at 4. Via the 8th pick. So, Mataz to Detroit is a given. That's happening. Charlotte Hornets taking Donovan Clingan. That is not happening. Cody Williams to Portland. Everyone seems to be mocking Cody Williams to Portland. Portland supposedly really want it big. The rumor is that they might be scared of Memphis taking Edey at 9 and take him at 7. Like, that is the crazy thing. Portland really want it big, apparently. The Spurs selecting Ron Holland. I like Ron Holland. That is not happening. Like, that is not happening. The Spurs are not taking Ron Holland. I'm sorry. There is a near 0% chance that the Spurs are taking Ron Holland. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Like, for all the people that are going to be like, oh, yeah, like, they're going to take Ron Holland at 8. He's one of the best players available. They could. He's just not going to fit. Late lottery. The Memphis Grizzlies select Devin Carter. Okay. Unless you're trading Marcus Smart, why would you take Devin Carter? I don't get that. Because they want a big. Like, if nothing they might take Edey here. They legitimately might take Edey here. They're either taking Edey or where? If everything's been picked the way it is, they're taking Edie or Ware or trading down. They're not taking Devin Carter. The Utah Jazz select Dalton Connect at 10. Not a bad pick. The problem is like, I don't know if the Utah Jazz are going full rebuild or not. The Chicago Spurs select Tejan Salone. Don't let him go to Chicago. There are not many worse places for developing players than Chicago. I just don't want it to happen. I'm sorry, I just really don't want it to happen. As somebody that thinks Salone has got limitless potential, I don't want it to happen. I really don't want it to happen. Yeah. Deron Holmes. There's no way Deron Holmes is going 12th. There is absolutely no way Deron Holmes is going 12th. I'm sorry. But also, at the same time, I don't want Salone to go to OKC. Kel'el Ware 13 to Indiana. I think they're more, or it's not to Indiana, to Sacramento. I think they're more likely to take Edie than they are to take Ware. But I do think one of those two is going to go 9th. I wouldn't be surprised if someone goes 9th, Dalton Connect goes 10th, the Bulls go and take Devin Carter to kind of be their new Caruso, and the Salone falls 12. But Portland Trail Blazers take Jared McCain. They want a big. They want a big. Why would they take a guard and a wing when they want a big? Like, unless they're certain they're getting off Anthony Simons, why would they take a wing? Why would they take a scoring guard like? So, and then obviously Sacramento Kings re-signed Malik Monk, so they're not going to be taking McCain anyway. So, for the mid-first round, I don't know if I like Isaiah Collier to Miami, because he is a really high upside player. But I don't know how good he's going to be. I would love for Devin Carter to fall there. But I'd love for them to just take the Jaime Jaquez of this year's draft. Like, I'd love for them to just go and take Tristan da Silva. I'd love for them to take something like that. But the problem is, again, like, they're trying to like make Bam a power forward. Apparently they want a big because they want Bam a power forward. Like, I think Edie might be taken here. Rob Dillingham a 16th to Philly. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy. This draft was yesterday. Why does it still say the Pelicans have the 17th pick? You know, if Topic is there for the Lakers, that's a hell of a pick. But Rob Dillingham to the Sixers, I actually do like that. I think he'll be pretty decent coming off the bench for Tyrese Maxey. And then you've got Nikola Topic in there for the Sixers or for the Lakers. That's a fine pick, unless you don't like. Let's be real. Like, Hood Schifino's barely played. They're probably not going to play. And if you're prepping for life after LeBron, he could actually be a great point guard. Tristan da Silva to Orlando. He kind of fits the age profile. He's probably in around the same age as a Paolo. He's probably in around the same age. He could be older than Paolo and Franz, but he's in and around that age. He fits that young profile. He's gonna give you something straight away, and they're a good team. So I don't mind that one. Edie to Toronto. I really don't want the Raptors to take. You know what? They'll play him. They'll play him. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling Toronto are going to be back to like the 2010 to 2014 Raptors where they're just incompetent. I think they looked into Kyle Lowry all those years ago, and DeRozan was great. I don't know how good the Raptors are going to be. But Cleveland Cavaliers take Keyshawn George. That's a great pick. Decent sized 3-and-D wings don't grow on trees. That's a good pick. Late first round, you've got Milwaukee taking Jacoby Walter. Again, if Jacoby Walter can fall to Milwaukee, that is a good pick. That is a really, really good pick. Tyler Kolek to the Suns. I think they're either taking a point guard or they're taking a big. So taking a point guard who's probably going to come in, not start, but will give good bench minutes for them, is something that I really don't mind at all. New Orleans Pelicans take Carlton Carrington. That's a really good pick for them. The problem is where it's like, you've a lot of point guards in there. That's the only thing where it's like, are you giving up on Dyson Daniels this early? If you're giving up on Dyson Daniels this early, then try maybe get something else for him. New York Knicks take Johnny Furphy, and the New York Knicks take Tyler Smith. If Ryan Dunn is on the board, he's going to the Knicks. Straight up. If he's on the board, he's going to the Knicks. Johnny Furphy, I don't mind him. Like, he's a tall shooter. And Tyler Smith has potential to be great. He really does have potential to be great. But I don't know how I feel about him this high. Like, if I'm the Knicks, I'm taking Ryan Dunn and a big. Because apparently you're looking like you're not going to take... It's looking like you're not going to take... Because you got Mikal Bridges. And you know you might be saying, oh, but like, Mikal Bridges is that player. It's like, no, you've got enough scorers. Like, you just need dogs on that team. You just need dogs. And we've seen what, like, Josh Hart's done rebounding-wise playing at the 4. Ryan Dunn might have to play at the 4 at times. He could probably play as a small ball 4. You just need a big. So one of these two picks has to be a big. And I think Filipowski could actually be a good pick here for New York. And if somehow Edey falls to 24-25, that could be a great pick. But I don't think they take either of these. Daddy for the Washington Wizards. If they can get him and Alex Sarr, they got 2 elite French players who have limitless potential. He could be the steal of the draft at 26, or he could play 5 NBA games and fizzle out. I don't know. Terrence Shannon Jr., I think getting him to Milwaukee, or to Minnesota, he is a guy that could be 10 picks higher. Would have been 10 picks higher if the situation in college didn't happen with him. And he was obviously as good as, like, you can never say no one knows what happens. You can never prove someone 100% innocent, but you can say he's 99% innocent. Definitely not guilty. But yeah, he should be higher, honestly. Filipowski to Denver. I don't like this. I just don't think he's mobile enough to back up Jokic. I know Jokic isn't great, but I don't think he's great enough to do much. But then you've got Jalen Tyson. You going to the Utah Jazz. I don't hate that pick, but like, if you're Utah, there are higher upside guys you can get in this draft. And then Baylor Shearman to Boston. Apparently, this pick is going to cost him $9 million based on luxury tax, so I don't see them making this pick. Ryan Dunn, 31. I don't like him to Toronto. I like him as a player, but I think in the wrong situation, he's out of the league quick. Yves Misky going in the second round could be a steal. Again, I don't particularly like him to Milwaukee. Adam Bonner, 38 to New York. If they can get him there, great. If you can get him there, absolutely great. There's a lot of players in this late second round. There's someone I'm completely just lost off the top of my head. Oh, Bobby Clintman, yeah. Like, why is he 46? Juan Nunez. I mean, if you can get Juan Nunez, you got your playmaker. Genuinely, if you can get Juan Nunez at 48, you've got one of your potential playmakers. And if Boston at 55 can get Jurisic, he's immediately going to play next year. Bronny James at 56. I'm like, obviously 49 is forfeit. Okay, so everything moves up a pick. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy here for the Sports Illustrated mock draft.